Content creators with much younger audiences should have more pressure on which sponsors they take. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like my audience, we do have people here that are not the oldest. We have a really wide spread of ages here. But on average, this is an older community. On average, this is a community of people that can think like this, you know? Not everything's black and white, on average. And, you know, so for me, I feel like if I do certain things and then I explain it to my community a certain way, we'll be fine here. But there are other chats where I'm like, you shouldn't do that. Because they'll just eat up whatever logo you've got on the screen, you know what I mean? So it really depends. I don't know. I feel like creators with young communities have it rough because imagine being so influential over a bunch of kids. I would hate that. I would feel like I would need to become a teacher in every moment of the day. I don't know. That's scary. And I would feel so bad if I ever like promoted something that was in any way not good for kids specifically, and I had a lot of kids watching me, you know? Because a lot of things you can promote to adults and they'll do that thing in moderation. They understand how to use it. They you know, they're not going to lose their life to playing this one game because they're able to control themselves, right? But then if I play Roblox in front of a kid, he's going to do nothing but play Roblox for 20 hours. You know what I mean? Because they don't have self-control. So I'm like, even normal you're like, you're affecting them negatively. It's so bad. Personally, I think creators with young communities shouldn't be able to take any sponsorships, but that's just me. I don't like the idea of advertising to kids, period, to be honest. Not saying I'm a proponent of banning all of that, but like you, the creator, when you have your choice, I feel like, you know, I don't think it should be done in most cases. Unless you're promoting something that's better than the other stuff that's out there or something, you know, like less bad for them, but still, I don't like that. You said you feel like you would lose your mind if you're in that position. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I'm not built for that. I'm not built for that at all. I don't know. I always purposefully made sure that the older crowd here was more catered to, and not necessarily older crowd, like college age and stuff is fine. But I used to have when they had that tag existing, used to be able to make your stream completely 18 plus on Twitch, and mine was marked as 18 plus. So if someone was below 18, they were not even allowed to watch. My stream was just blocked to them entirely. And then sometime later they changed it that you just have different content labels. So now you can mark it as, you know, for a mature audience or something, which I don't mark it because then it's implying like certain themes that I don't have. So, you know, I'm not labeling it that way because we don't do that here, you know? So instead now I don't have the 18 plus tag anymore because it doesn't exist in that form. But still, if someone comes into this chat and is like, hey guys, I'm 14, we're like, ooh, okay. Maybe just watch the YouTube highlights, buddy. Just watch my clips channel, pal. I don't know. It's more like, I don't care if a kid is watching my content. I don't like the idea of them being in my community and being there. And then we have to worry about the safety of a kid amongst a bunch of adults. I don't want to be responsible for that. You know what I mean? This community is not moderated in a way where we're like trying to figure out who's under 18, who do we have to protect, who do we, you know? Yeah, moderation nightmare, exactly. And everyone lies about it, so you can't even tell half the time anyway. So yeah, we just say, hey, yo, if you're under this age, don't join this Discord. Don't be here. Wait until you're older. Yeah, they do self-report a lot. A lot of the time when someone's young and shouldn't be there, it's not that they say their age. It's more like they're acting weird in VC and people are like, hey, they're giving me like young kid vibes. And then we go check their profile and it alludes to like their age and it turns out they're like under 18. We go, oh, we prune them. We go, hey, come back later. There was one that was so good. They were 17 and it was when I had the tag where you could only watch if you're over 18 at that time, right? They were 17 and they were like, hey, I see the rules say this. Does that mean I'm not allowed to chat? Whatever. And we were like, look, if you didn't say your age, we wouldn't have said anything. As long as your vibes were fine, you know? But now that you've said your age, we can't leave you here. Come back when you turn 18. You're not that far off. And they did. They came back on their birthday. And they were like, hey, I've been lurking, but I didn't type anything. I'm now 18. And we were like, woo! Welcome on in, party. Let's go. It was cute. They were like, I made it. I didn't expect them to come back. I didn't think they would wait. I think they were like 7 months out from their birthday when they first came in. They were like so diligent, so sweet about it, you know, so good. I was like, hey, you know, that's good vibes that you actively waited until your birthday. It was nice. Like if I find out someone's a kid in the Discord, they're gone. I can't. I don't know who's contacting who's talking to who on the side, outside of the Discord, whatever. And like, if something happens and someone's like, yeah, I met them in GEEGA's Discord. I'm like, no, that shouldn't be possible in my space, okay? No thanks. Now, if they're adults and they get into stupid shit, I'm like, well, now that's your fault. That's your problem. But when they're younger, no thank you. I do actually like, while I missed that 18 plus tag, I do like the new content classification, content labeling, because I can filter it out. So there's a content label for politics and sensitive social issues. I filtered that out. Those channels don't even show up for me. I can't happen upon them. Beautiful, because I keep that out of my brain. This one's for drugs, for gambling. Mature rated games get auto-flagged when you go into the category. I actually really like this. It does it automatically. When a game is rated mature and you change to that category, it automatically puts that on your stuff. You don't have to do it yourself, which is nice. Yeah, violent or graphic depictions, which, you know, again, exists in some games. I like that it's robust now. It's robust. There's also like the sexual themes tag and stuff, which, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm very pro that kind of content. I feel like people should be able to make that kind of content and not be persecuted for it. But I'm also pro it should be labeled, so if someone doesn't want to see it, they can filter it out. If advertisers don't want to advertise on it, they can just do a thing and not have their ads show up on that content instead of trying to kick everyone off the platform. You know what I mean? So I like the newer system. I think it's not perfect, but it's a good step toward that stuff. You know what I mean? It's good. I don't think everyone uses it though. There are times where I see someone doing like ASMR and they're straight up licking that thing, you know, licking that mic, and they don't have the tag on, and I'm like, who are you trying to play? Are you? Who do you think we are? And it's one thing if you just hear it. It's a whole nother thing depending on what noises they're making and like what visually is happening on the screen. You know what I mean? And again, I don't think that stuff should be banned. I just think it should be required to be labeled. That's it, which it kind of is nowadays. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm all for it. Just make sure, like, you know, you got the damn tag on. Just be straight up and we're chilling. I think YouTube approves. Yeah, YouTube started blocking all sorts of ASMR because a lot of ASMR has, you know, pretty heavy like sexual themes, or it's labeled as more of an emotional thing, and then it like kind of gets there at points, you know? And I don't blame them, because like advertisers will hear that stuff and they'll be like, what is going on this website? And then they'll like refuse to, you know, put their ads on the whole site because a few videos do that. So I get it. But like, okay, if that's the kind of content you're making, why not just put it on like other sites? You know, I understand you can find a smaller audience, but build up your normal stuff on the sites that allow it, and then just go all in with the other shit and post it elsewhere and just advertise that. You know what I mean? Like, it is a visibility thing, but, you know, a lot of people get their channels entirely taken down over it, and I'm like, man, just do it. Or some people don't go all the way with it, and they're fine doing that, but they can't because of the platform, and I'm like, just go all the way with it and post it elsewhere and tell them it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak your truth, follow your dreams. You want to post that